it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is the place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post. In a moment, we're going to be discussing change your mind, change your body, change your life. Just do it. But before we get into it, if you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this awesome Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Stories book. I'm also the author of Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook, How to Manage Fibromyalgia to Have Less Pain, More Energy and Feel Happier Like a Superhero Rock Star. And yes, this brings me nicely on to tonight's topic. You might have seen my live stream earlier where I told you that I've decided to go to the gym. So yes, this is a big shift for me because I do have fibromyalgia. If you didn't know what fibromyalgia is, it's a chronic pain condition that affects the nerves and muscles of the body. It gives you pain, basically. And exercise usually makes the pain worse. But I have been so sick mentally and physically over the last year, and I'm sick of being sick, right? And obviously I broke my ankle back in April. It wasn't until about October that I could actually fully walk on it properly, I'd say. And then I'm still going to physio about that because I spent the last 6 weeks before this week being sick with a chest infection / respiratory infection, as you know, because I lost my voice and couldn't stream for ages on this channel. I had to have 3 lots of antibiotics to shift it. I was in A&E on the 2nd of January because I had severe rib pain and it felt like someone was stabbing me with a knife. They weren't, but it just felt like that. And it also felt like someone was cutting me with glass whenever I breathed. And then I spent 3 days getting myself better because the hospital couldn't do anything for me. I ended up in a COVID hot room, even though I didn't have COVID. So there's quite a horror story to go with that. You can watch a previous video about that. And so, yeah, so yes, I had to spend 3 days getting myself better because I wasn't prepared to sit there in agony for any more length of time. So I did what most people wouldn't do, and that is I slept with ice pack under my armpit for 3 nights, 3 consecutive nights, for hours, I'm talking about, right? So this is what people you wouldn't usually do. I told my physio that. He was absolutely shocked, and I said it did work, and he said, oh, that's good. I don't think he thought it was going to work when I told him, but I did other things as well. But it was the ice pack that really solved the problem because the other stuff didn't work before. So, you know, the other stuff was paracetamol, ibuprofen, and then I had a muscle rub, which is good. I've used that before. It's a natural one, though. And I also did some exercise in the shower on the hottest heat I could stand because I was in a lot of pain with it. And when you're trying to exercise with pain, it's not good. But you need to keep exercising in order to keep the muscles going in order to not get worse. So I visited the physio today and he's given me 3 exercises to do because my ankle's got weak again because for 6 weeks I haven't really been doing much because I've been so sick. But yes, on the 2nd I was in A&E and then 3 days later, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, those were the days that I had the ice packs, and then the 6th I started to get better and I was well in time for the meet up on Saturday the 8th, which went really, really well. Sunday through to Monday night I had a bit more pain again because I had a little bit of coughing come back, so I put the ice pack again under my armpit, but this time in the day, so I was doing computer work while it's under my arm. But it does work. It really does work. It takes the swelling down because I used the ice pack for my broken ankle back in April because I have got a problem with painkillers. Like I can't take ibuprofen and paracetamol even together now. My tummy goes into spasms. So the majority of time with my ankle break, I didn't use any painkillers. I just was using ice packs continuously all the time for hours and hours, which is not what they tell you to. They say just use it for 20 minutes. But I just use it continuously for an hour and swap the ice packs over. I've got like 3 ice packs in my freezer. So this video is all about changing your mindset, changing your body and changing your life. Like people won't do things like that, right? You have to help yourself in life. No one is going to change your life for you but you. I didn't know this growing up. I you know, a lot of people don't know it. We're not taught this, are we? We're taught kind of like things are external to us. Like we must please other people. We must listen to other people. We must debate other people. We must make other people happy. You know, we must do this for other people. It's all a very, very geared society towards other people, but not necessarily a good way. It's good to help other people. It really is good to help other people, but not at the expense of yourself. and your self-worth and your, you know, who you are as a person. If you're helping other people, but it's really going against your own personality and being, it's not healthy for you. But as a society, we're always taught to, like, you know, listen to everyone else, do what everyone else tells you to do. You know, growing up, you're always told what to do. And so, you know, it's very difficult. That's how we're kind of programmed. And then when you're able to be an adult, you're used to looking at external things for validation, for what to do, to make you happy, you know, to set you on a track, to tell, you know, to kind of guide you. If you've had that sort of life, it might be that something's happened in your life and you different to that, because something's come into your life and you already realized years ago that no, you don't have to have someone telling you what to do. You're perfectly capable of making your own decisions, and you may actually have taken steps already to move away from that type of thing. But it can be really difficult because everything's conditioning. Everything in the world's really conditioning. You can condition yourself in a good way or a bad way, right? So you just have to kind of choose which conditioning you want to have. But when you're obviously a kid and growing up, a lot of people don't have a choice because they don't know there even is a choice, right? But as we get older, we have to understand it's our own responsibility to look after ourselves, right? Once we've left home, we've left our parents, we've flown the nest, or whatever you want to call it, you live on your own, or you've got a relationship with someone, you live with a partner, or whatever your circumstance is, you have to be able to take care of yourself and make your own decisions, right? And if we're struggling in life, we do need to get help, right? Like went back to a therapist. I hadn't seen a therapist since 2014, right? Because I needed some help for my mental health. To be honest, I helped myself mostly. It was more me than her. But I helped myself by writing long emails to her, even though she didn't ask me for them. That was a huge thing. But I also worked on myself. Like when I was sick, for the 6 weeks, like 4 or 5 of those weeks, I was literally, well, for a whole month, basically, I was literally thinking and reflecting on my life, thinking, what's wrong with it? What do I need to change? How can I have a happier life? How can I be better? Because I do not want to repeat of this last, like, October 2020 to like basically October 2020 last year and a bit beyond. It wasn't until the 16th of December that I had perfect clarity of what I'm going to be doing in terms of building my book publishing business, focusing on writing and writing more books for asexuals, helping asexuals more, and really honing down on that rather than going off on tangents. Like, you know, in previous times I've been looking at, you know, fulfillment by Amazon, like selling on Amazon. It's something I'm still not saying I'll never sell things on Amazon. I do sell t-shirts on Amazon for asexuals, if you wanted to know. That's print on demand that I do for that. But, you know, actually getting physical products and bottling them all up or packaging them all up myself. I do, you know, like I send things through the post on Facebook Marketplace. I sell things on Facebook Marketplace. I sell things on Vinted. I'm still decluttering my flat, which is really important. You know, I still sell things on eBay and stuff, but, you know, my focus isn't on that anymore. You know, there's like drop shipping and all sorts of stuff. So rather than going off on all these 55,000 tangents, I'm literally focusing on book publishing, writing and learning more about the book publishing industry and stuff. The difference with me is I don't just want to write any book to be popular or any book to make money. I want to write a book that literally changes lives and helps people in some way that's very informative, educational, and that really makes the difference to people's lives. And that's where I'm very different, because I'm finding like I've just recently got a children's book creator course, which I've always wanted to publish my children's books. I've got 2 that I've done in rhyme. I couldn't get them published by a traditional publisher because they said they can't, you know, they can't sell the foreign rights. It's really difficult. And then when I had an illustrator years ago, he let me down. And then it was like going to be £370 to pay another illustrator, and it just all got a bit much. And I'm like, you know, I didn't have an audience. I still don't really have an audience for kids. So it's kind of like really difficult. But I've always wanted to publish those books. It's something that's in me and I want to get them out to the world. And then I came across a YouTube channel and I saw this woman and she had a book nearly identical to my story, which I'd written years ago. You know, but using a different bird. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, it's the same sort of thing. And hers has been selling well, from what I gather. So, and she did this course which showed her how to do this. And so that's why I bought the course. So, you know, like rather than just talk about things in life, it's better to just get on and actually do these things rather than keep talking about things. I want to do this, I want to do that, right? This is what videos are all about. You need to change your mindset, change your body, and change your life. Because when you start realizing that everything is reliant on yourself, and that even if you get external help, it's very, very good to do that. If you need it, therapy is very good. You know, whatever you need, there's specialists in every single thing. That's very important. But you still have to make the decision to take the action to change your life. You have to make the decision that, for example, you've got a problem and you want a therapist to help you. For example, you need some skills, so you buy a course and get that help. You know, it's all about deciding what you need to do with your life and taking action to get it, and actually, you know, investing in yourself, paying someone to help you, or, you know, taking time, energy, effort to help yourself. And so that's really, really important. And so also, you know, like I announced earlier that I'm going to be going to the gym. So I really am going to be going to the gym. I'm booked in for this Monday, the 17th of January, 2022 at 6 p.m. for induction. I'm going to be paying my membership fee then. It's on a month by month basis. So if it doesn't work out, I can stop at any time. But bring on the pain. That's what I say, because I know it's going to be painful for me, some of it, you know, because of my condition. But I'm very aware of that. I'm prepared for it. So this is what you have to do. You have to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. And you have to understand the pain that could come up with this and be very aware of it. So your body's kind of and mind's kind of already prepared for it, you know. I've gone and got my gym clothes. So I was in the city centre buying like tops today. So I've not long got back. So I've got these tops to wear. They're all the same. But I just thought I'd show you. I don't know if you can see it. But they're only Primark stuff, so they're not very expensive. But, you know, I bought 3 of them. And I've also got some shorts as well. Because I didn't really want to wear the trousers. I tried the trousers. Sorry, I got a bag down here. That's why I'm going off camera. I tried the trousers, but I didn't really like them. But I got these shorts. So, you know, there's 2 pairs here. But these are all like kind of like figure hugging shorts. But I prefer these to trousers. The trousers like bit up your bum, I think. So, you know, so this is what you have to do, you know, like if you've got a lot of problems in your life, you need to get them sorted one by one, but you need to change yourself, right? I know that I'm not happy at the moment because I'm not physically fit like I should be, right? Things are just have just got worse for me over the year, right? Like with a broken ankle, well, they've got better in terms of I've not got, you know, my ankle's mended mostly, you know, I've still got problems with it being weaker than the other one. I've still got problems with the hurting in certain ways. So I've still got to work on that, right? But, you know, I'm very aware that I've been like not being able to go out very much, like for the majority of my ankle break, and then 6 weeks being sick, I've been indoors quite a lot. So my body's like out of shape to what it used to be. And I'm still on a waiting list for physiotherapy for my back since March. However, this chair, I've got this new chair which I put on here a while ago, has been much better for my back. I haven't had as much back pain since I got this chair because I wasn't on a stool before. So this is much better. But, you know, I'm determined to change my life, determined to change my mind, which I have done already, my body, which I'm going to be doing, and then my life, you know. And you're never too old to change your body, your mind, your life. You're never too young to change your body, mind, life. Whatever circumstances you're under, you can still do it. When I went to the gym the other day to look around it, there was guys there and they looked like they were like 60s, maybe a guy even in his 70s, you know, so there's no excuse to not do something because of age. You shouldn't let that restrict you, you know. There was younger people as well. But, you know, I'm really looking forward to my induction on Monday. I currently plan to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday for an hour from 6 till 7 in the evening. I'm not a morning person. So I'm going to be doing a schedule for myself on Sunday and seeing if I can schedule all the things in that I do to set up a routine. So I'm kind of like setting, you know, some sort of structure to my life. And, you know, going to the gym is going to help me because it's going to help me with my, you know, with letting my energy out. It's going to be very, very good for my body. Very, very good to de-stress because I've still got a stressful thing going on at the moment in the background. and it's going to be really good for my mental health. Plus I want to rehabilitate my ankle. That's what I said to my physio. Is it going to help if I go to the gym to help rehabilitate my ankle? And he basically said, yeah, you basically can't see it hurting me, but he said just go easy on the, you know, like when you jump up and down and stuff, go easy on that ankle, because obviously it's going to be weaker and you're going to get a bit sore. So yeah, I'm going to have an induction. Then I'm going to have the guy go through a program with me tailored to my needs, because obviously I do have fibro, so I have to be careful what I do, but push myself as well. But I have to build up to that. But I'm like a bull in a china shop. I'm like, I'll just go and do it. But I do love dancing. You know, a little bit of my soul dies when I'm not dancing, just like when I write, it dies. So I need to sort the dancing thing out. It's really, really kind of imperative for me. At the moment, the only reason I'm not going clubbing every week is obviously I've just recovered from having a chest infection. And last time I went clubbing, 2 days later, I got this chest infection for 6 weeks. So I want to do the gym to get my body in a much more better state. So I'm hoping then that'll make it more resilient to things. It'll speed my metabolism up, and it'll just make my well-being all the more better overall, really. That's what I'm hoping. And so, you know, I want to really go clubbing every single Tuesday at my favourite foreign music club. And that would just be so good for my body, so good for my mind, so good for my soul. And that's really what I want to do. The only reason I'm not is because of virus. It's very prominent, obviously. You know, I'm not vaccinated because I can't have the vaccine because I've got too many allergies. And so, you know, it's kind of difficult, like being in a crowd of people like that. Because I don't want to end up getting it. So, you know, but I can't put off dancing forever and a day, because I'm going to have to do it sooner or later, because I need to go and do some dancing for my well-being. I mean, I really love dancing. It's like a huge part of my soul. But I think if I work my way up to that with the gym, I'll just feel like, can I just use one of the gym rooms to do some dancing, please? I might ask them that, actually, and see what they say. But, you know, I've looked into some dance classes, but I kind of like freestyle, you know? I like to just do my own thing. So, you know, it's kind of, and that's an extra cost. Obviously, it's going to cost me quite a bit of money to go to the gym. But I think it's essential. I think it's about time I did something different. When you're doing things in your life and nothing's working, and you're getting the same repetitive pattern come up in your life, and you're not happy and you're getting miserable over things, you need to change what you're doing. You need to shift what you're doing, because at the end of the day, if you keep doing the same thing, you will always get the same result, you know. And if the result is a result you don't want, you have to change to get a different result, right? Two things happen in life. You either have to change yourself, or something outside of you has to change. So it's either an internal change or an external change. External could be you move house, you could move countries, someone else does something to change a situation for you. Or internal is like you take action, you do something. Like my mindset has mostly been changed by myself. It has helped going back to therapy. I think, you know, just because like I just feel it's nice to talk to someone. And I did write like really long emails to her. It helped me gain much more clarity, because we didn't have much time to talk in sessions, to be honest. I did a lot of the talking, but it was mostly the stress stuff that was coming up rather than techniques to help me. The last 2 sessions were good, though. She really understood me in that. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for that time, though. I'm glad I did that. Really important. At the moment, I don't think I need to continue to see a therapist at the moment. Well, I can't anyway see her because the sessions have gone. You know, they're used up. You can only have so many in the UK on the NHS, but if I do want further help, then I will go and get it. I have thought about going for further help, but I'm quite stable at the moment in my mental health, and I'm feeling, you know, like I'm taking some actions, gonna I've got induction at the gym that's coming up, really, you know, like going forward. I know there's some obstacles coming up, but I'm aware, so that might mean in a few months' time I have to go and get some more counselling, because I might need extra support then. But, you know, otherwise I'm doing, you know, really well, I think, you know. And for me to like be changing my life and going to the gym again, well, I haven't been for years, is a big deal to me. But I think it's going to really, thanks for the thumbs up, lots of love to you, but I think it's really going to help me, you know, because you know, I used to have a gym membership years ago, and I went with one of my last long-term ex. In the beginning of our relationship, we both went together to the same gym. But this time, you know, it's me going on my own, and, you know, like I didn't have a disability back then. And, so it's a big deal for me. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Lots of love to you. You're beautiful. Never forget it. So this, like I said, this video is all about, you've got to change your own life. No one is going to do it for you. And if you're sat, there's some people, for example, that even I know people have said about them, different people, and people are like, oh, it's going to be the same year this year as it was last year, right? If this is the way you're thinking, it's up to you to change that. No one's going to change it for you. You can't look for external things to change your life. You have to look for internal things. You have to look for shifting your own personal identity, changing into a better version of yourself, moving, doing something. I'm moving my mind. I've done a mindset shift. I've got a mindset shift on December the 16th. That's a very pivotal day for me, which is the day I decided to think about my book publishing as a business rather than me being just an author and a writer, which is amazing. It's now like author, writer, manager and promoter of a business, right? Which is a better mindset for me to have, because if my Asexual Guide to Sex book is going to be successful in helping get asexuality recognised amongst sexuals, for example, which is like a by-product of what's it called? It's like an extra thing that's good about it. The book was born because one person who's asexual asked me if I wanted to have sex, Sandra, how would I do it? So I didn't just make it up and pluck it out of thin air. And then I noticed some other people were having problems because they had heterosexual partners and they didn't know what to do with sex, and I am experienced in that. So that's how the book came about. Is not telling asexuals you need to have sex or you should. I do not think you should have it if you don't want it, don't need it, don't like it, sex repulsed. I really don't think you should do it, right? And don't do it. Don't do anything you don't want to do. But in order to get the Asexual Guide to Sex book out to reach a bigger market, I need to be promoting a lot more. And I think in the past I have got my Asexual Perspectives book, but I haven't really promoted that so much. I haven't been on that many I've been on the Jeremy Vine show, which is a very popular show, as you know, been on the BBC radio, been in FemMedic, so I've been in some other podcasts, but in the great scheme of things, I could have done a lot more. So with the Asexual Guide to Sex, my plan is to solidly promote that book when I finish writing and published for 3 months. That's a big thing for me to do. And so I need a different mindset. I need to be thinking more I'm a promoter, because I am very outspoken, as and there are times when I do get a little bit shy about things, which you don't really see on this channel. I used to be so shy when I was 10 years old. I was that was when I changed myself. But, up to 10 years old, I was so super shy, and I was very introverted back then. And I actually consciously decided at 10 years old, I really don't like this life. And I didn't want to be like that. And then when I went to secondary school, I really realized that, if I want to be in the media, which I found at 15 I did, I've really got to change myself again, to be a lot more outgoing and bubbly. And I kind of naturally became that way in the end, with doing different things. But I still think to myself, there's a lot of other, for example, asexuals that are promoting themselves a lot more in the media than I do. I mean, some of them are having contacts through contacts, they've got people kind of getting them for them. But, I need to reach a bigger market to help you on this channel and other asexuals. So again, that's a mindset shift. So when you shift your mindset, you decide to actually, what can I change in my life? Because 2022, we don't want a repeat of 2021. No one does. The majority of people did not have a good 2021. Not everyone, but the majority of people, right? And if you keep doing the same thing, you keep getting the same result, you need to change what you're doing. Don't sit there going, oh, well, this year's going to be the same as last year. What's the difference? The only difference is yourself. You have to change your life yourself. No one's going to do it for you. Even though I had a therapist, and like I said, I recommend getting therapists. I recommend getting people, coaches and mentors and so like that to help you to change. But no one is going to make the decision to change for you. That is down to you. You have to decide, I'm fed up with this life, I can't take no more. That's how I'm thinking now, right? In terms of my mental health, I'm happy to be alive now. I had in 2020, I had the most horrendous 22nd of December 2020 when I was thinking about suicide, which I hadn't thought about for 8 years because I overcome depression and there was stuff going on in my life that I can't really talk about publicly, but I've never been like that for 8 years, and it was worse than 8 years ago, and I do not want a repeat of that, right? And my mental health I've really struggled with, right? And so now I'm just trying to like now my mental health is a lot better. I've been discharged from therapy. My mind's in a much better place because I've changed my mindset. I've worked on myself. I've decided I'm not going to be listening to everyone else telling me go off, do this, and this. You can't do this, blah, blah, blah. So now my mindset's a lot more stable and stronger, and I'm confident in that. Now it's time to change my body because I have been having to stay at home when my ankles broke. I couldn't do a lot of stuff for myself. My friend Andy had to do a lot of stuff for me. It was not great because I'm a very energetic, bubbly girl. And then with being sick for 6 weeks, I don't want this to keep repeating. I don't want me to keep getting sick. Now I've got an autoimmune condition because that's what fibromyalgia also gives you, an autoimmune condition. So it doesn't mean to say that if I go to the gym, I'm not going to get sick again or get less, but I just think in my mind it would be healthier and better for me to be fitter because I've got more chance of my body being able to fight things off if it's fitter and in a better state, and there's like I had a lot of back problems last year, and I'm thinking like if I start going to the gym more, it's going to help me because I want to socialize more this year, because last year I didn't do enough socialization, particularly because again I was a lot of the time having to lie down. I want to get out of my flat a bit more, I'm an extrovert, I need to be doing that. So the gym will be able to be good because it'll be exercise for me, it'll be letting me be around other people, which I get energy from as an extrovert. Introverts don't get energy, they get drained by that, but I get energy from other people. Being around other people makes me feel good, right? And it'll give me a chance to get out of my flat. I usually like going out like 3 times a week out of my flat, really. It's really weird because I don't like empty space. I've got a phobia of empty space, but I don't like I get claustrophobic if I stay indoors too much as well. So, the gym's going to be like a social thing for me, as well as just having people around me, as well as being able to get my body fit again and be able to be stronger in my body. When you're stronger in your body, you're automatically stronger in your mind usually. When you're stronger in your mind, you're able to be stronger in your body more. But the mind usually always has to come first, right? Because unless you've got the mindset of I can do this, it's not going to work. I've got the mindset as I'm going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for an hour from 6 till 7. That's my mindset at the moment. I'm enthusiastic for that at the moment. I'm motivated to do that. I feel intuitively it's the right thing for me to do. And I feel it'd be good to have that structure. I think my last year, my life was very unstructured and all over the place a lot of the time. And it's chaotic when it's like that, And I think it will make me work harder because I'll be doing my writing before I go to the gym, and they'll be doing other stuff like obviously my streaming in the evening. And there's, I'm only doing those 3 times a week. That's enough for me, right? Because my body does need a rest in between because I have got fibro, so I'm very consciously aware that I need to be resting in between. And, 3 times a week is a really good amount to do. I'm not going to be doing it at weekends because if I do asexual meetups now, they're usually on a Saturday, and also Sunday's usually my self-date day. And I sometimes see my friends. I'm seeing my friend Andy again tomorrow on Saturday. So I really want to keep my weekends free and not do that at the weekends. For me, it's kind of like it's more of a working thing. It's more of a like I do the work in the day, and then that's my work time, and then kind of like I've got my weekends to myself to do what I need to do. And socialize and go out or whatever I need to do, self-date, So I want to like on this Sunday, because I've already seen the movie that's on at the cinema, I'm going to be at home scheduling my time and see how well I can get it to be efficient and effective and organized, which again has been something that's been lacking. But when your mind's not good and your mental health severely damaged, it's hard to get motivated. It's hard to change your life, but you have to think in your head, like, if you're struggling, what can I do to help myself? What help can I actually get? So you do need external help to help you often in terms of like, therapists and skills, but you can do everything yourself, right? I can do exercise at home if I want, right? But I want the social aspect. right? So I could go to the quayside and I could go running, which I don't really like, and I could go walking and still be around people. But for me personally, I like the gym. I used to go years ago. I've said before, I'm not a gym person, but now all of a sudden I've become back to the gym again. And the reason for this is because I broke my ankle. My physio has stuck me in the gym, right? And I've been able to just use a little bit of the equipment again. And I think it's just reignited my passion for the gym again, which I'd lost before. And for some reason, something's just telling me, Sandra, you need to go to the gym, you need to do it 3 times a week at this time, and that's what you need to do. And it's going to be very, very good and healthy for you. You're going to feel much better because, like sometimes you just feel like you need to get out and you can't. And sometimes you just got this energy burst and then there's nowhere for them to go. And sometimes you just want to be around people and you just want to get out your flat for some fresh air. And it's just going to be so good for you. This is only 5 minutes down the road from you. So, if there's any real problems, it's not too far to travel, even for injury and stuff. So it's pay as you go. So if it doesn't work out, I can say I gave it a really good try, but it's not for me, right? So it's really good. I feel really good about it. I just feel it's something I need to do. And I'm glad because it's a huge change and decision for me and a huge shift in my life. But something's got to shift this year. I am not going to stand having this thing go on, like be another year of stuff that's not good for me in my mind. Like last year, I was diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder, right? And that is really tough because PTSD is tough, but CPTSD is even worse, and it gives you one of the symptoms is uncontrollable emotions. And I was waking up crying every single day pretty much, and it just became really I was upset all the time. And then when I started to focus more on my writing and switch my mindset to I just want to do writing and focus on that and not go off on tangents, with what everyone's telling me is best for me, then as soon as I switched and was more decisive and decided, sod it, all right, maybe I won't succeed or maybe I will, if it fails, I don't really believe in failure because you just learn things. I don't think there's any failures in life, but it's something I have to do. I have X amount of books I need to get out in the next 1 to 2 up to 5 years. And it's imperative I do that. And I've spoke to myself as a coach for years now saying, Sandra, if you just focused on books for 1 to 2 years, just think how your life would change. And I've never took my advice because I've been so busy trying to listen to everyone else's opinion. And, one of the people in my Asexual business gurus and entrepreneurs group who helps me with the group, she posts a lot of inspirational stuff. Hello to you, Melissa. She posted a really interesting quote. And that was about, why do you value other people's opinions more than you value your own? And that was a huge mindset shift for me. I'm like, wow, that is so true. Like, why am I valuing all these people's opinions more than my own? Why? Do I not think I'm worthy of having my own opinion? Do I not think my opinion's the best? Do I not think I should try my opinion? Do I not think I should just stick by my opinion? Do I not think I know myself better than other people know me? Do I not think that I know what's best for me because I've been with myself for X amount of years in my life, And it just shifted my mind. And I was like, this quote is just profound. I've never thought of it that way, But it's totally true. Like, why am I doubting myself, but yet other people, I'm listening to other people all the time, Why is it that I value other people's opinions more than I value my own? And that was like, it's crazy to do that, right? But no one has put it like that to me before. And this is going back, I think this was back in, was it October, November time? And it just like shifted my whole mindset, and I want to continue shifting forward, right? I do not want to continue the life of ill health. I'm sick of it. And it's difficult because I do have a disability for life. There's no denying that. But at the end of the day, I don't want it to define me. And I don't want it to cause problems for me. And I want to just believe that I can do and achieve whatever I want to in my life, regardless of that, And I want to change my life, and it really helped, I want to thank the people that upset me last year and the people that have upset me, guys that have upset me to do with relationships, because this has spurred me on now to live my own life, to better myself, and to actually focus on me and stop doing dating, stop doing relationships, and literally, you know, like literally get my act together and literally focus on my own life and building my life, you know. My life, like my third stage in my life, starts now. Sandra Bellamy, the upgraded version, you know, and I'm really excited, you know, I'm really, really excited. It's about time I changed my life, not just talked about it. I don't like people who just talk about it and don't do anything with it. I have changed my life a lot in the years, but this is a big shift for me. Even like not doing dating or relationships anymore, like not being in that sphere anymore, is I'm still in dating groups. I haven't left any of the groups I joined, but you know, just I'm not like going in there looking for someone anymore. And Facebook dating, I haven't reinstalled. I'm completely out of that, you know. So it's just a huge, huge, huge change in my life. You know, I'm much more self-reliant. I don't even need a guy. I'm becoming more and more self-reliant, more and more independent. My mind's getting much better. You know, like doing the dating relationship thing is just like not healthy for me personally. 7.5 years of doing that is enough, you know. Like, again, like I said in this video, if something's not working, you have to change what you're doing, because like I said the other day, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to get a different result, because you're going to get the same result, aren't you, you know. So you have to change what you're doing if what you're doing is not working, you know. And I'm kind of using all that pain and that upset that I went through last year, particularly the relationship thing that did it, to be honest. That's what really, really has got me to change my life, because of the pain, the pain when you have that, like when you come to the very end and you realize that the love stuff just didn't work, and it just ended up being an absolute nightmare for me personally, and it was just so much pain. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. 7.5 years. I've had a lot of pain over 7.5 years with lots of different guys. And the last two last year just completely did it for me. It doesn't mean to say that I'm never, ever going to look for a relationship. It doesn't mean to say that I'm, you know, don't believe in love, because I do believe in true love. I will always believe that. I'm a warm-hearted, kind, caring, loving girl, who deserves the very best in life. And of course I deserve love. Of course I deserve a good guy for me. And I do believe there's some good guys out there, right? And I think when I upgrade myself and when I go towards doing more to help myself in life and bettering my life, I think I will come across much more higher quality guys anyway. Even as just people to know will be good and healthy for me, you know. And when I've got my body more healthy, like my mind continues to be healthy, then I'm going to attract more healthy guys anyway, you know, automatically. And I just, you know, and I just want to change my life, you know. I'm absolutely sick of being sick, basically, and it's, you know, it's not a life, and I don't want to be like that, you know. I either do something about it now, and I've just come to the stage where, as well, like body wise, I love my body. Like, I'm really gorgeous still, whatever body shape I am, but I, you know, I do want to be a slightly different body shape, because, like, you know, I haven't been able to do much exercise for being poorly all the time, and so I want to get more fitter in that way. And it's really important to me. I decided I wanted to get more fit on the 5th of January. So that was kind of like the starting point of that. And then I just all of a sudden thought of the gym, and it just feels so good to be thinking about doing that and going to do it, you know. Put myself in for induction on Monday. So that's all done and taken care of. I've got to pay their money then for the month. And they do have a jacuzzi there, which I thought I might add to my monthly subscription with them. But well, pay-as-you-go subscription, but, you know, so really it's a pay-as-you-go monthly fee, not really a subscription, because that would be recurring. But, you know, I just don't know about that. I think it's a bit much at the moment. I think I just need to focus on the gym first of all. I'm not sure if I'd use the jacuzzi. It's really good for my pain, but it obviously means being in a swimming costume and changing all that lot, and I think I just want to focus on the gym for now and building my strength up, you know, building a lot of strength up. And when I'm stronger as well, it'd just be better for dancing even more, you know. So I'm really looking forward to it, you know. But it means that you've got to change yourself, you know, and it does usually take a lot of pain to change. What I say in life, which is so true, and what I've discovered through my entrepreneurial journey, if you like, my personal professional development journey, is when the pain is greater, when you're experiencing pain, you know, and that pain you're experiencing is greater than doing something about it, you know, then you'll do something about it. right? But when doing something about it is going to cause you more pain than the pain you've got, you won't. So for me now, I have been in such emotional pain over the last year and a bit that, especially with the dating relationship scenario, that now I am like, I am, and obviously not being able to go out with a broken ankle and all this, I'm like, I'm not doing that again. I am not having that life again. I am sick of that life, and only I can change it. And the pain has become so strong now that I'm like, fine, bring on the pain at the gym. I know probably am going to get pain because I've got a fibro body that does give me pain when I do exercise, but I believe I can shut out a lot of it with the power of my mind anyway. And if I believe I can do something and keep believing and determined to do it, I'll do it no matter what. And I hope, like, after a while, my body just gets used to exercise, so it kind of evens out. But I am ready to bring on the pain, bring it on. And you know, I'm like, yeah, baby, bring it on. I'm like, come on then, come on, what are you gonna do? And then you know, and then like go through the pain and do it, because when you're trying to change your life, it's going to be painful, to be honest, where it's mentally or emotionally or physically painful. Whenever you're changing your life, it's going to be painful, so you have to expect there's going to be a degree of pain that comes with it, right? But I know that, you know, the amount of pain I've experienced over the last year plus has made me really strong, in the sense that I've got through a lot of pain. I've got through the suicidal thought pain. I've got through the emotional turmoil, oh my gosh, you know, pain. I've got through the physical trauma, which broken ankle pain. I've got through the last 6 weeks, including when I was A&E on the 2nd of January, and I had severe rib pain that felt like someone was stabbing me with a knife. And every time I breathed in, I felt like someone was cutting me with glass. That was horrendous pain. I think it hurt in some ways more than my broken ankle. And that's saying something, you know, it was horrendous. And I spent 3 nights with an ice pack under my armpit that really solved the problem. But most people would not even do that. They'd be like, I'm not doing that. It's too horrible. It's too cold. It's too painful. It's too horrible, you know. But you just get on with it in life. If you want to improve your life, you've got to do things that other people wouldn't do. You know, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to try new things. You've got to do what you think is going to work. Because the doctor couldn't do anything more for me at the hospital. No one would do anything for me. So either I solve the problem myself, or I stay in pain. I'm not going to stay. I'm not going to spend the, you know, weeks of my life being in that sort of agony. It's disgusting. I don't want that type of life for myself. So I've got to solve it myself. This is what usually happens. Sometimes I get illnesses and the doctor can't help me, and so I've got to figure it out my own. But this is what I've learned in life. You know, you have to believe in your own ability to work things out, and you have to be solution focused in life. So whenever there's problems come your way, you have to think, instead of focusing on the problem, which I used to do years ago. I mean, I'm not saying I never do it now, because I have anxiety condition as well. So obviously anxiety tends to get your mind to focus on the problem a lot. But I've learned over the years to be solution focused. So instead of focusing on the problem, you just think, okay, what's the solution? What's the solution? What step do I take now? What's the next step I take now? If you watch Frozen 2, the one of them says, you know, all you have to do is just take the next right step. And sometimes that is how it is in life. You don't know what's around the corner. Like, I know what's around the corner, in the sense of, like, I'm going to pay for the gym. It is expensive. You know, I might need that money in the future and to save it. But at the end of the day, I've thought long and hard about this. If I don't go and do something about my body, I don't see it going to get any better. I see I'm just going to get more pain, more sick. And it's, you know, and it's not helping my back, right? And I'm thinking, okay, Sandra, you know, if you are going to have stuff coming up, you don't know what's going to come up in the future. Maybe you should save that money, in terms of, like, you could do with that money later on. But if you haven't got your health, what the hell have you got? You won't be able to do F all anyway. So at the end of the day, you need to get your health sorted out now. Health has got to be a priority. Health is wealth. Mental health, physical health is wealth. And at the end of the day, if you don't get this sorted and lay the foundations and build a strong foundation for yourself, you're just going to end up keep getting problem after problem after problem, like you have been doing, right? And so at the end of the day, I could save that money and not bother doing anything. But I know that my mind is not going to be as good, because I'm just going to be indoors all the time. I'm going to have this energy, but not know what to do with it. I do want to go dancing. That's what I really want to do with it. But at the moment, I don't feel safe enough to do that. So, you know, so I've had to park that for now. And the next best thing is going to do some physical exercise and to get my body back in shape anyway. So, you know, I thought long and hard about this, you know, because I don't know what's around the corner. But, you know, if I make my body stronger, which is going to help my mind anyway, if I make myself more physically stronger, I should be able to do some more things for myself, hopefully in the future, and less reliant on other people, and also hopefully less susceptible to bad backs and all sorts of things like that, and I need to strengthen my ankle more anyway because it is weaker again now. So any exercises I do is going to help with my rehabilitation for that. I do not want to be a person who ends up on crutches or in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, or ends up like not being able to walk properly, ends up with a bad back that I can't get rid of, and just like, ends up basically being an invalid and needing a carer, because that's what I was thinking a few months ago, that I'm probably going to need a carer after not very long, and I'm really young, I shouldn't have to have a carer at my age. But but because I've had like such bad back trouble, even my friend Annie's come over to help me tomorrow, do like move the bed out and do hoovering and cleaning for me and bending down, because my ribs have been hurting, that was only solved like last week. I didn't want to start really lifting, like pulling stuff and yanking it out and stuff, and I really liked his help. He's very good at cleaning anyway and can really help me with that. So I didn't want to overdo it, but I want to be able to get back to being as fit as I can, so that I don't need someone else to help me like that. I can just do it on my own, and I don't have any fear or worry about stuff like that, but when I'm building my body up, when I build my exercise regime up, build my body up, it's going to be a lot more stronger. So hopefully I'm going to be able to take care of myself better, But again, I don't know what's going to happen. I do have fibromyalgia. I have to acknowledge that. And I have to be, thinking to myself, you've got to understand that, the worst case scenario, it makes my body really in much more pain, makes me so I can't walk properly, makes me so my back hurts more, make me so I'm more of an invalid, right? That's the worst case scenario. So, I have to understand that, because I know what my condition's like, but I don't want to let that stop me. My intuition, I go by. My intuition's telling me to do it. For how long it's telling me to do it. 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, out for an hour. And it's telling me it's going to be really good for me. It's going to help me with the socialization. It's going to help me get out of my flat. It's going to help my body to get back into shape. It's going to be better for my mind. I can zone out for an hour, I think. Help me de-stress, which will be really good for my mind as well. Might meet some gym mates, make some gym friends there, and it's going to improve myself, and that's going to be good for my mental health, because I'm going to be developing myself. It's going to be doing something different in my life. So I'm going to feel that I'm making a real difference to my life. I'm really trying to change it this time, and it's going to create some structure, because I'm going to have kind of like deadlines, like, oh, you've got to be getting ready now, you're going to have to go out the door, like it's 5:30, you've got the gym at 6, you need to be getting yourself sorted. I'm going to have to like eat at certain times, do certain book work at certain times, I'm going to have much more of a routine, and I think that's going to be good, because when you're at home and you're self-employed and you're you're not really working to someone else's time schedule, for example, like a 9-to-5 job, you need to be creating a schedule for yourself. I'm not very good with schedules usually. I write stuff out, but I don't stick to it. I end up doing stuff. I don't not do stuff, but I end up doing something completely different than what I've written down. Which I do need to still do that thing I need to do. So I'm doing it because I need to do it, but it's like Sandra, you've just done none of the things that you thought you were going to do. And so I do feel I need to get some structure, even if I allow myself some leeway of shifting things around, I just think it'd be good and healthy for me. And it's 5 minutes down the road, so it's not like it's a huge long way away, because I do have low blood sugar sometimes, so I've got to watch that as well. Low blood pressure. I got quite a lot of issues going on, quite a lot of problems, and health needs and special needs. I have to take care of myself, so I have to accommodate myself on that. But if you are thinking that this year is going to be the same as last year, change starts with you, right? It's going to be the same if you're the same and everything around you is the same. If everything's around you the same, the only way you can change your life is to change yourself, because if everything around you is the same, you've got to be the one who's different, right? Nothing different comes of something that's the same, right? So do build yourself up to be strong. I'm just like glad I've had enough pain in my life now, dating relationship wise, really glad for that. Then now it's like, God, this is it now. It's really caused you so much pain that you are now changing your life, and it's good, right? My therapist actually was saying to me, of all the traumas I've been through in my life, because obviously I told you I got post-traumatic stress disorder, well, complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress, PTSD, CPTSD is a complex one, and because of all the trauma, she goes, but just think of all the trauma you've been through and come through. You wouldn't be the person you are today had you not gone through all that, Sandra. You wouldn't be in this position, you wouldn't be so strong as you are, because I'm very strong and resilient, really. And I'm like, I do know that, so I'm glad that I've been able to now utilize that pain in a very good way, and I've really been able to take that really, 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 really painful experience and make something positive out of it. And it's really been the end of it, really. I was, after the first guy, I didn't go right last year, I was really cut up about that, and that really hurt, and it wasn't good. But it didn't stop me still looking for someone else. The last person, that completely just, I can still go and do it if I wanted to, but I don't want to. It's not because I'm not doing it for them. I'm stopping doing it for my sake, I just don't want anything like that ever again to happen. And I just want to be on my own now. Really do want to be on my own and stay single. And I'm getting more and more confident as a single person again. I lost a lot of confidence last year, for the majority of it, and I don't want that happening again. I need to be happy in my life, my young, fun, teenager, energetic, bubbly girl self, that's what my life should be about, so I'm really glad that pain has been cut me so deep that now I am literally changing my life. It's amazing for me, it's amazing to actually be doing it. Like, not just talking about doing it. It's like, oh my God, you're going to the gym on Monday, Sandra. Oh my God, this is a huge deal for you. Like, you're actually doing it. Wow! It's like, wow. And it's only going to get better from here on in. So my life's just going to get better and better. So I'm just really proud of myself. Like, I'm taking some time to give myself some praise of doing this. It's such a huge deal for me. Like, because I was only saying, like, a couple of years ago, I'm not a gym person basically anymore. But I'd much rather do gym than go to do a sport. I'm not sporty. I hate sport, but so yeah. I just encourage you, if you're sat here listening to this and your life's not going very well and you're having real difficulties and you're struggling to get the help and support you need, please, if you continue to try something that doesn't work, please help yourself. Find a way, find mentors, coaches, pay privately to get help and support, and, buy courses, invest in yourself, or if not, if you can't do any of that, go on YouTube and start, your own personal and professional development journey. Go and learn from someone who's doing something in an area that interests you and that you want to do, and figure out how to do it at home with their video tutorials and stuff like that, Just do something to change your life. Because if we stay the same and we've got a life that we don't like, we're just going to keep getting more of the same, right? It's not up to us. It's not up to other people to change us. It's up to ourselves to change ourselves, right? It's not up to other people to save us. It's up to us to save ourselves. And so it's really, really important that you do know you can change your life, however difficult your life is, however hard it is. I really, really, really understand. But I need you to use that pain, if you like, for your gain, and to actually decide to do something about your life and to change it. Even if you just change one thing, it can help. It can help give you a different perspective, take you down a different direction, give you new opportunities in life, and I'm just like so grateful and thankful to be alive right now, to be here right now, to be a lot more calmer and peaceful and a lot more decisive. Although I have to say I had a major undecisive moment earlier today, because I bought myself a top that's actually a clubbing top. So besides the tops I showed you for the gym earlier, I bought a top which is gold like thread and black, and it's absolutely stunning, but I couldn't decide between a 12 and a 14 because I could the 12 was more tailored at the hips. The 14 was like better fit under the arms and a bit longer, but it's more baggier, so there's not much of a silhouette. So I couldn't decide between the 12 and the 14 for like ages. I must have been in the fitting room for over an hour trying to decide between a 12 and a 14. Both of them look great on me. So, you know, I like, because really, obviously, the 12's better than having a bigger size of 14, but I went with the 14 in the end because I just thought it's going to be a bit better to be longer, and also it fitted better under the arms, you know. Actually, the 12 was looser under one of the arms than the 14, which made no sense because the 12 was smaller. So it's made no sense whatsoever. But anyway, so I got that for myself as a halter neck top. And so I'm like, wow. I wasn't going in there. I wasn't going in that shop for that. I was going out to see what leisure stuff they had for the gym, and ended up coming out with a clubby top instead. But so I do still intend to go back clubbing. Yeah, so I've had a very productive day doing that, and I was up to the early hours of this morning doing asexual newsletters and stuff, catching up. I'm still catching up from when I was poorly of things I couldn't do. So you know, I've still got a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and it's like help. So my Asexual Guide to Sex book, I want to spend like the next couple of weeks doing that a lot more, because I'm still finishing off little bits from what I didn't get to do before I took poorly. And so there's been quite a backlog of stuff, really. So anyway, yes, if you want to change your life, change your mind, change your body, and then know what you're doing, please do post in the comments below how you're changing your life right now. And if your life's exactly the same and you're not happy, you're miserable, you need to change it. You need to change it yourself. You have to change it yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. Change it yourself. Change it yourself. Don't wait for others to help you. We have to help ourselves in life. Like I said, the doctor couldn't solve my pain problem. I'm not going to sit there in agony for weeks. I'm going to solve my own problem, and I'm going to work it out, right? Even by doing different unconventional things that other people just wouldn't do. That's what it takes sometimes to change your life, right? I'm going to love you and leave you for now. Know that I'm really happy that you're on this transformational journey with me, and I really love you dearly. I thank you for being here and being part of my community. I always appreciate every single one of you, and thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. Thanks for the wonderful comments I get on here. I get some lovely comments on here saying, you know, stuff like, oh, I figured myself out because of you. I figured my identity out, or I was struggling to know who I was, and now I found your channel. I found your, you know, this video. It's really helped me loads. I get a lot of nice comments like that, so I really appreciate them. You know, to be able to be there and help someone like learn their own identity is just incredible experience for me, and I feel very blessed that I'm part of your life and part of your own asexual journey. So thank you so much. Lots of love, and I'll see you on the next video live stream. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that great big bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live. Right now I post a new video. I've really appreciated your time, and I love you lots. Take care. Bye. Lots of love. Bye.